Hello, and welcome to my thoughts on Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 is the sequel to 2011's Space Marine, developed by Saber Interactive and published by Pull Up Entertainment. Once again, we take control of Ultramarine Titus and join him as he fights to defend multiple planets in the Imperium during the 41st millennium. As always, the first thing we ask is if Space Marine 2 is worth the asking price of $70. The answer to that is yes. This game is amazingly well done, top to bottom, and through the action, combat, and story, makes you feel like a Space Marine, letting you live the power fantasy in video game form. The graphics are well done, allowing for a staggering amount of enemies to be on screen at the same time, but still run smoothly. The characters and units look exactly like you would expect them to if you play Warhammer 40k. The cinematics and sound design are top-notch, telling the story and making you feel like a badass, while the sound lets you hear the difference between weapons and the music feels truly epic. There's not really much bad to say about this game. However, for all its good points, it does for me make the bad points stand out that much more. There are a very few, I feel I need to stress. While the combat does work for the most part, it does have issues. Quite often I would find myself hitting the parry button for the enemy in front of me, only for an enemy off screen or off camera I didn't see to eat up that parry, causing me to get hit from the first enemy I was trying to parry. And dodge would work the same way. I would have an attack coming in from a direction I could see, I would hit the dodge button only to then roll into 3 attacks I couldn't see coming because they were off screen or the camera was not showing the whole battlefield. The balance also, while good at normal, and is decent if you were playing solo, is not the best at higher levels. The game itself wants you to play veteran. However, the developers have allegedly gone on record saying that the game is only balanced at veteran and above if you are playing with 2 other friends and not for solo play. This definitely becomes more obvious when we did a test, and you find out that the higher you put the difficulty, the stupider your AI companion to get. At normal difficulty, they will pick their targets, they'll do reloads, and they'll do what you would expect even a human to do. But the moment it gets to veteran or higher, they start doing things like choosing the same targets, or not reloading, or just not attacking, or dodging, intentionally taking hits, where at normal, they would not do that. Finally, this is a $70 game. There is the length of the story. Clocking it at only 10, maybe 12 hours tops, $70 can be a lot to ask for that short of a single-player game. Now, there are 2 multiplayer modes, a Horde survival type mode, PvE, and a PvP standard, to the death mode. That can help extend that time, and it did for me. It extended it to about 30-ish hours before I felt I was done with the game. The PvP is pretty standard, what you would expect, team play, kill the other guy, that sort of thing. However, while the PvE Horde mode was enjoyable, it could have been better, as it's always the same maps and always the same enemy. There's no randomization. And some randomization, like jumping into a map and going, am I facing the aliens today? Or the evil Marines? Or the evil robots? Would have helped to keep things fresh. I still feel this game is worth the $70 asking price. It is probably one of the best Warhammer 40k games ever made, and truly gets across the power of Space Marines, and is incredibly fun and an enjoyable experience. However, if you're worried about the budget, just wait for it to go on sale and pick it up. If you're a fan of Warhammer 40k, are curious about Warhammer 40k, or just enjoy well-done third-person action games like Gears of War, this game is a must-play or try. Those are my thoughts. Do you agree with them? Do you disagree with those thoughts? I'm always up for reasonable debate in the comments, so feel free to leave some. Thank you very much for joining me, and until we see each other again, remember to be kind to one another.
Hello, this is Gohan the Chinchilla, and we hope you're having a good day, as do I. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to follow, like, subscribe, or comment. Or even better, come on over to twitch.tv/SparkyTDK and watch me live every Monday through Friday. Thank you for your support.